Today we're going to be taking a look at the new Vaporesso Gen mod, a dual 18650 battery mod with the new Axon chip inside. This product was sent to me for the purpose of this review. Let's go ahead, open it up, and see what the mod looks like. Inside of your package you are going to get the Vaporesso Gen mod, a braided micro USB charging cable, a Gen user manual, and your Vaporesso warranty card information. Taking a closer look at the Vaporesso Gen mod, we do have a dual 18650 battery mod. I'll go over some of the specifications first. You have the product size, which is going to be 93.5 millimeters by 53 millimeters by 27 millimeters here at the top at its widest point. On the front, you do have a 0.91 inch OLED screen. Here is your power button at the top. You have your plus button, your mode button, and then the bottom button there is going to be your minus button. So plus, minus, and mode. Directly below that, you do have your micro USB charging port. Flipping it over to the back here, you do have some very minimal branding, and as you can see, this does have a texture. So the color that I have is the silver, and then you do have this nice textured finish on both the front and the back. And then of course on the sides it is all smooth. Let's go ahead and take off the battery compartment. It has a little notch down there at the bottom. On the inside you do have this very big caution warning, which I really do like. It does warn you not to use batteries with broken skin. So if you do have any dings, dents, or tears in your batteries, do not use them in your mod. It also has their little website information and their Instagram. So to remove the batteries here, I'll just pull up on this little battery tag so I can show you the inside. On the inside of the battery compartment, you do have some branding. Here it says Axon chip. You do have plus and minus indicators. The top contacts there are spring loaded. You have a magnet located here and here for the battery door. When I place the battery door on, it does feel nice and secure. Let's go ahead and reinsert our batteries. So positive up on this side. Always make sure when you are inserting your batteries, make sure you insert them on the spring-loaded side first. So you'll insert from the top, push in, and then let it pop down. And there's your little battery ribbon for removing the batteries. Place the door back on. Feels nice and secure, no moving. The mod automatically will power on when you insert the batteries. So if you want to shut the mod off, it is 5 clicks off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does say system off. And then if you push it once, it'll continue to tell you system off till you click it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that will power the device back on. To lock the device, it is 3 clicks of the fire button. 1, 2, 3. And then you'll see a little lock emblem show up there, and that lets you know that the device is locked. And you have to push the fire button to unlock. So you can't control the wattage and you can't unlock it. You got it. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Apparently I clicked 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's see if it's still locked when I power it back on. So it is still locked when you power it back on. So 1, 2, 3. And that'll unlock the device. Now to go through the menu here, let me get closer. Actually, let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit there. So zooming in so that we can see the screen. It is fairly bright. It's not too bad. And there is a brightness control indicator. But at the very top, you can see your battery life. Below that, you're going to have your resistance. And below that, you're going to have these seconds. And the seconds are going to be on how long you hold the fire button down. In the center, you do have our wattage display, and up here, as you can see what mode I'm in. That's going to be VWN, which stands for Variable Wattage Normal. So let's go into the menu system. So we're going to push that center button. We're going to need to press it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And that's going to take you into your menu. The very first menu is going to be your pulse mode. Now I am going to read it off of the manual for you because I'm not exactly sure how the technology in pulse mode works. So to select pulse mode, you'll just simply select the mode button there, and that's going to put you in pulse mode. Now in pulse mode, you are able to adjust the wattage, and it adjusts by 0.1 watt increments if you just push the button. If you hold it down, it fast scrolls in 1 watt increments, and it goes from 5 watts all the way up to 220 watts. And it does not round robin, so then you can scroll to go back down. Now this is in wattage mode, and they say what pulse mode does is that it gives you a boost of flavor. So it says it continues to boost flavor, whatever that means. Let's push the mode button 3 times again. The next option is Power Eco. So Power Eco is the mode that you would select if you want to save on battery life, or it says it will let you have longer battery life. So how that is, I'm not sure. So I'm assuming that with Power Eco, what it does is it doesn't give that preamp that the pulse mode does. Going back into our menu system. The next option is Smart TC. Now, Smart TC says that it will automatically recognize your coil material in just 1 step to complete the setting. So Smart TC, select Smart TC. Now you can see that you're in Smart TC, and it is going to recognize your coil material automatically, and you can adjust in Fahrenheit. So pretty much just like a 1-step temperature control, instead of having to go in, select the metal material, select whether you want it in Fahrenheit or Celsius and all of that. This just allows it to automatically do all of that for you. And once you reach 600 degrees Fahrenheit, if you press it, it will round robin to 100 degrees Celsius. And then of course, if you keep going all the way to the top and push again, it will round robin to Fahrenheit. Now we have DIY mode. So DIY mode is where you're going to find all your normal stuff. You're going to find your variable wattage, your variable voltage, your variable temperature, and your custom curve wattage, bypass mode, and super player mode. So if you've never had a Vaporesso mod before, super player mode allows you to fire coils from a 0.03 resistance all the way up to a 5 ohm resistance. So it basically just gives you more room for different resistances. Bypass mode, of course, basically bypasses the voltage regulation. It just gives you the full voltage of the 2 batteries, so a full 8.4 volts, and then it's gonna, as the batteries drain, the vape is gonna get weaker and weaker. You do still have all of your safety protections even when in bypass mode. And that's pretty much it. That is the menu system. There are some other things that you can go into. Let's exit out here. Just click the fire button to exit out. 1, 2, 3. After DIY mode, you do have your system set. Oops, see, I keep pushing the fire button. You've got to push the mode button to select. Select. This is where you can reset your puff counter, set your brightness, flip the screen. So if you're a lefty or a righty, you can flip the screen so that it's at whatever viewing angle you want. And then back to default version and exit. We'll select exit. The next is exit choice. So in variable temperature, you do have the ability to do variable stainless, variable nickel, and variable titanium material. In variable voltage, you can manually adjust your voltage to match the resistance of the coil. I do like that in their manual, they also point out that the higher the resistance the coil you use, the higher the voltage it will require correspondingly of the coil. So yeah, that is the new Axon chip from Vaporesso. Pretty much, pretty similar to Vaporesso's previous chips, just in a more streamlined fashion, allowing for new users, people that aren't very familiar with how a mod like this works. It allows them to put it in a mode that kind of doesn't require any extra steps, or if you're an advanced user or somebody that really likes to really customize your vape, all of those same functions are available in this as well. So let's go back up top and I'll give you my final thoughts on the Vaporesso Gen Mod. And that was an up close look at the Vaporesso Gen Mod. So what are my thoughts? Well, first thing we're going to do is go over the pros. pros on this device is going to be fit and finish. It's done really nicely. I love the texture that they put on the device as well as the paint job. I think it's really nice. It feels good in the hand. That bit of texture gives it a nice grippy feel. Now they do have lots of different color variations of this mod. I did get mine in silver. However, if you go on to Vaporesso.com's website, you will see that they have some gradients as well that look really beautiful as well. So next pro on this is going to be the chipset. The Gen mod is using their new Axon chip, which I must say, the pulse on here, I really don't understand everything that the pulse setting does, but I can say that I've been using it in pulse mode and I really do like it. It like gives it a really good boost or a really good preamp in the beginning of the vape. So when you hit that fire button, you can tell that there's a preamp set on there that's giving it a little bit of boost, and then it tapers off to whatever you have your wattage set to. So I am currently pairing it with the Passage RDA by Hell Vape. I'm vaping it at 73 watts in pulse mode. I'll go ahead and show you. Now, the only thing that the functionality really has to do with this RDA is just that I don't have a really long ramp up time. That pulse or preamp there does allow that coil to heat up much faster and start delivering vapor. So I really do like that. As far as performance wise, it has really good battery efficiency. I noticed that two 18650 batteries typically last me about half a day in most of my mods, and it's no different in this one. So I do know that the batteries are working efficiently. The chip is efficiently working the batteries. The next pro on the Gen mod is going to be the functionality. As far as the mode button being separate from your up and down, you don't have to remember any combination of button clicks. The only combination of button clicks that you need to know is 5 clicks on and off, 3 clicks to lock the mod. I'm really glad they included that. And then the 3 clicks to unlock the mode button so you don't accidentally change your settings. That's all things that I come to expect with a regulated mod, and Vaporesso left no box unchecked with this device. The only con I'm gonna say is not really a con. It's very subjective, and that's gonna be the fact that it is on the slimmer side, and the max footprint on top is going to be 27 millimeters. So you're not going to be able to fit 30 millimeter atomizers without overhang. It does fit this 25 millimeter RDA very nicely, and as I said before, you can fit up to a 27 millimeter, which is perfectly fine for me, but some of you out there might want a bit thicker mod if you use larger RDAs. So that's my thoughts on the Vaporesso Gen mod. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, click that subscribe button, and until next time, bye bye.